I apologize if I sound kind of funky, a little more nasally, a little bit worse than usual. I'm still fighting a cold. I've been dealing with this since like Sunday freaking afternoon, so just bear with me. So today it was actually announced, ironically, the day that Madam Web is in theaters just flailing about doing terribly, it was announced that they have the official cast for the Fantastic Four movie. And to be honest, I am not, I'm not impressed. I like the guy they got playing the Thing. I think he was the fan favorite to play the role. I don't understand Pedro Pascal personally. Like, I don't understand his fame in Hollywood. I don't get it. And especially for Reed Richards, I think he's completely wrong for the role. The other two, I just don't see it, but whatever. I think, honestly, we were better off with Chris Evans and Jessica Alba, but, you know, that's in the past. What can we do about it? But they did release this little artistic rendering, this little teaser picture, basically alluding to the fact that this is going to take place in the 1960s, which could be interesting. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying the film's going to be bad. I just don't know how I feel about the cast. So that's where we are with that. Now, on the flip side, it just came out today that the Marvel TV show, the Disney Plus show, Echo, actually did even worse than originally thought. Now, again, I haven't watched a Marvel streaming show, a Disney Plus show since... Well, let's just go through this. I've watched the Captain America Winter Soldier one, or Captain Falcon, whatever. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Thank you. There we go. I watched She-Hulk for the laughs. I watched WandaVision, and then I watched Loki. I don't think I've watched any other show. So I didn't see Hawkeye. I didn't see Miss Marvel. I didn't watch any of the rest of those. So I have no personal experience other than the clips and the things I've heard about this show to base this off of. But I'm not surprised that the ratings are as bad as they are. But we'll just kind of go through this article here from Cosmic Book News. We're also covering this on Fandom Pulse. I believe my article is coming out tomorrow, but for now I'm going to go with the Cosmic Book News article. And yeah, basically all 5 episodes, if you recall, were released to Hulu and Disney Plus on the same day. All right, so the show was originally supposed to be like 8 episodes. The Kevin Feige looked at it and said it was a mess. They had to reshoot it. Then they were going to cut it down to 6 episodes. Apparently the 6th episode was a mess and didn't work with the other 5, so they cut the 6th one off and just made it a 5-episode series. Not a great way to start. Then it came out, they put it on Hulu and Disney Plus to try to get more viewers, and as it turns out, even with those 2 streaming platforms combined, in its opening week, it debuted at number 10 on the Nielsen ratings. Now, that's frighteningly bad. Because, again, these shows are not cheap shows. I know somebody in my comments actually said that they didn't believe Marvel and Disney actually spent what they say they're spending on these shows. I don't know. I feel like they're actually probably spending more than they're admitting to because of the fact that these are such... Like, they're wasting so much money on unnecessary things, the effects artists, makeup and hair and everything else. And they're getting subpar quality. This is a theme that we've seen with Disney and Marvel time and time again. They're paying out the ass for things that they're getting a negative return on because the quality is just not there. There's no quality control anymore in Marvel and Disney. There's just none. There's no attention to detail. It's all quantity over quality. So that being said, it debuted at the bottom of the top 10. And the ironic thing about that, it is actually lower. It debuted lower than She-Hulk and I believe Miss Marvel as well, which is frighteningly bad because if you recall, She-Hulk was one of the worst shows of all time. And this is after, the lead actress, not her fault for being deaf, disabled, Native American, and those things. Like, I feel like it could be a really good, feel-good story for her, for Alaqua Cox, that she got the job. Because, again, she was working at Amazon. She tried out for the role. And you know what? Good for her. I got no problem with that. But if you recall, this actress during an interview actually signed the words MCU, confirming that this push that we've seen towards this feminine-driven narrative in Marvel and in Disney is the real deal. I mean, we've seen signs of it before, but it's been confirmed. And if you recall, Miss Marvel, which was actually really well received by the fans, the few people who did watch it, also had similar problems. So this is not just a Echo issue or a Marvel's issue or a Miss Marvel issue. This is a recurring problem across all of Disney and all of Marvel's streaming shows, plus their big high-budget box office films, where they are not getting the views that they are hoping to get. People just aren't turning out for the movies. They're not turning out for the shows. This article from The Gamer saying the Marvels didn't flop because of lack of supervision. It really did. Bob Iger said as much. And again, sites like The Gamer are going to try to cover for Disney and cover for these bad movies and bad TV shows and basically blame the guys at the top. And to be fair, Bob Iger is deserving of a lot of the blame. He definitely deserves his share of the blame. But to be honest, the problem stems from the ideological positions of the people behind this, behind the push, the drive for the narrative that you have to have woman good, man bad, toxic masculinity has to be smashed, smash the patriarchy. And that's where we are with all these shows, with all this messaging in Disney and Marvel. It's a very anti-male message. And to wrap this all up, when interviewed on by the Direct, the director of photography, I believe her name is Kyra Kelly, was asked about a possible season 2 for Echo. And luckily for us, and luckily for anybody who had to watch the show, she said that she's not sure, even though she'd love any excuse to see Alaqua Cox perform again. She said, "I'm not sure about that as far as the second season goes. I feel like the world, anything that we can see Alaqua Cox in would be amazing. Whether it's another season for her or whether or not she's in the Daredevil show coming up or any other show, I would just love an excuse to see her perform again." I don't think most of us would. The little bits and pieces I saw, the show looked terrible. But let me know what you guys think down below. Did you enjoy the show? I'm not going to hate on it, like hate you if you did. It's like you can enjoy what you want to enjoy. I just know from what I've seen of it, from the things I've read about it, from the reviews I've read about it, things I've listened to and seen with my own eyes, it just looked like a really hot mess of a show. It did not look like it was good entertainment. And to be honest, it just seems like more of the same dribble coming out of Marvel. But let me know what you think down below, and I will see you guys on the next one. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.